We're now inside of the building of the birthplace of New Birth. And I really want to pick up where we left off in the theme of family. And I want to talk about support system because in any business, every leader needs a support system, someone they can lean on, someone who's going to push them to their success. And that's not something you can take very lightly. You want to make sure that that support system is someone that is going to, like I said, give you that motivation you need. So I really want our two leaders here to talk about their support system.
As far as support, with me personally, with us, we have a great support system, and it's us. Me, my mom, my wife, my daughter, my son, my grandmother, who is now deceased, but we have always worked well with one another. We all know our roles, and so we support each other in a huge way, to the point that I can truly say that if it wasn't for my mom, like, I don't know how we would have got this done. And she could probably say the same thing as it pertains to me and my wife and everything like that.
I would just like to add that you have to have people behind you that believe in you. You all are headed in the same direction. And I have to always throw in people that pray, because God is always the center of everything we do. And then I have to, even now, 3 years ago, my husband got added in, who don't want to have nothing to do with it, but because he's a great support.
Yes, he is.
I can get him to run to this property, run to that property, meet this person. So even as far as spouses are concerned,
yes,
you do need that support as well. So, and it, once again, and I even have friends, I do have friends that are really believe in what we do as well. So, we have certain projects that, you can bring in other people that have some expertise, so the main thing is whatever you can't do, you have to have people around you that can do it, or at least lead you in the right direction to get it done.
And we definitely, and we would, we want to make this clear. We put God in the front of it all. Actually, we say that our businesses were actually founded by God, and so He is the best business partner that you could ever have. And so, yeah, we lean on Him, and we lean on one another.
All right. So moving forward with our next question. So I want to talk about the strengths and weaknesses of our leaders. And I would like for, if maybe one or if both of them, speak to what is their greatest strength and or weakness.
My greatest strength is actually more than one. Number one, I am a visionary. Man, I have crazy vision. If it could be done, I'm gonna find a way to do it. I have great vision, and another one is I am a people's person. Like, I draw people, I connect with people. Man, I believe in a relationship. To me, is everything, and so those are my strengths. My weaknesses are anything that has to do with administration, like paperwork and all that type of stuff like that. I'm not good at that. I'm not real good with all the stuff on the computer and the Microsoft Word, if I'm saying all this stuff right. I'm not good at that. And so when it comes to that, man, my mom and my wife, they got to do all that, because I'm an outdoor guy. I can do anything with the properties and go to the stores and show the properties and do all that stuff like that. But when it comes to paperwork, yeah, you lose me.
I had to give it a little thought. but I want to say that probably my strength, because if anybody knows me or have been around me, they'll hear everybody call me Ma, Ma, Ma. I think that I have a nurturing, motherly side of me that I don't even know how or where it came from, but everybody, Mom, 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 Mom. So I think that's a strength because people look up to me. They come to me for advice. They respect what I say. May not always do it, but I think it's still good to be influential in that area, to be able to influence people in a good way, a positive way. So I think that's one of my strengths. And of course, I've come up in a background of administration. So business manager, office manager. So of course, that complements his weakness in that area, which makes the team well-rounded. I think the weakness part would probably be that I try to do too much. I try to put, I just wear myself out 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning when I should be in the bed sleeping. I'm up working because I'm one that like to get it done. I don't like anything to be left on the table. When I have deadlines, I like to meet them. So I think that's, and even though I'm a pretty balanced person, I think I can do better with balancing in that respect because you need to know when you need to cut it off. You can pick it up tomorrow. It'll still be there, So I think that's a weakness that I think that I might say I have.
All right. So we've discussed, shall I say, lots of gems, like things that both of our leaders here have done and still continue to do that will help the next generation. So more than anything, I think what really help the viewer would be to learn what are the action steps. What is the 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3 all the way to 20 if there's multiple steps. But I really want them to talk about what are some of those steps leading to or that have led them to how they were able to set up these different businesses.
Well, for me, action steps is when I first come up with something that I want to do, whether it's a business, a project, or anything like that. I do first. I write everything down, and so like for me, I'm break it down like this. I ride motorcycles as well, Harley Davidsons, to be exact, and like. I love projects, and so what I do is I write everything down that I need, every piece, how much it costs, from the lowest to the highest, and then I map out a plan of how I'm going to get these items. So item number 1, it costs this. As soon as I get that item, cross that item out, and I go on down the list until I get to the very last item. That way, you have everything in front of you, so you do not forget what you need, and then you can literally see your accomplishments one by one. Okay, man, I did that, and it's actually self-motivating yourself. Because you see, like, man, okay, I did this and I did that and I did that. Okay, I'm halfway done. I'm almost there. And so that's what I do. I just write everything down and I follow that from the beginning all the way to the end.
All right. So moving forward with the next question. What is the non-negotiable, the thing that you just within your business you can't get into or you can't side with? So what is that non-negotiable in your business?
I want to say that is integrity. We stand upon being integral, no matter what. All money is not good money. So no matter what the price, if it's gonna lack integrity, we won't go with it. And that's just the bottom line. No discussion. No,
break no
thinking
rules.
About it.
Nothing that's gonna come back to haunt us.
It's period. That's it. Just none. We only want to be known as being highly integral. So
Yeah, we always say like, man, if it flow, it's a go. That's
yes.
God.
Yes.
If you have to force it, then you need to walk away from that.
All right. So our two leaders here spoke earlier, or should I say they claimed it, on how they were going to buy the block. So with all the success that they have, I want to know, how do they remain grounded?
Well, yeah. First, you know, when we said that we're gonna buy the block, I mean, we prayed that one day that we could literally buy the block. But what we have done is we have invested in the Black community. We own several properties, most in the city of Chicago, but we do own in Calumet City, Calumet Park and stuff like that. But we really believe in the community as a family. So we buy properties, we fix them up, we rent them out to people and stuff like that. And for me, how I'm able to stay grounded is I always remember when. I always remember when I didn't have. I remember when I had lost my job and things were going downhill for me, and I was like very embarrassed. And I believe that this is when our relationship had really got like super strong, because not my mother. If it was my biological mother, I wouldn't have felt as bad. But my mother, and just for the sake of knowing who I'm talking about, I'm gonna say my mother-in-law. She paid my mortgage for 9 months because I didn't have a job. I found hard times. I was so embarrassed. I literally hid from her, and I stayed next door to her. But I used to look outside, run, get in my car real quick, and leave. And one day she called me and she said, "Listen, you don't have to run. You don't have to hide from me. We are family. You going through something right now. I got you. You never know. One day it may be me going through something." And she said to me, "And when you get back on your feet, which I know you will, you owe me nothing." And so I remember when, you know what I'm saying, when I had to sell my living room set to just pay bills, when I had to sell my dining room set to pay bills, when I had to sell my bedroom set, and me and my wife was literally sleeping on the floor on a mattress. And you know, she didn't know that none of this was going on. And because I'm a man, and I'm a man with dignity and pride, I was you know, I'm ashamed. And so when she said those words to me, like everything broke off of me. And from that point on, it's just been up ever since. So no matter how many properties we own or we get or whatever, I will always remember when, and that keeps me grounded.
Here's this Daniel here. Just want to thank you one more time for tuning into that video. Please like, share it, you know, let your brother see it, your mother see it, whoever. We want to spread like wildfire. So please, and if there's anything in that video, like maybe a question that you feel that, man, he just didn't ask that, please put in the comments, in the post, or email us at Leaders in Training at futures@leadersintraining.com. I'm going to be posting tons of content very similar to that, where I'm interviewing leaders in the community, and that way you can get the gems on how to become a leader yourself. All right, so keep in mind, your dream does not have to be impossible.